The Big Bang Theory ran successfully for 12 years before coming to an end in 2019. The show's finale left all the fans teary-eyed. But do you know that there were some hidden details and secrets in the finale of the show that many did not notice? Well, if you didn't, then you don't have to worry, because we're here with all the details for you. Let's get started. Number 1. Leonard and Penny are pregnant. While the two kept having arguments over having a baby since they got married in the show, Leonard and Penny finally got pregnant. During the first half of the finale, Penny spent the night drinking at the Cheesecake Factory, and when she came back, she attacked Leonard. In the second half of the finale, which takes place 2 months later, we get to know that Leonard and Penny are going to have a baby, and they're very excited about it, even though they don't seem to be agreeing on the story of how it happened. Now, many fans would not have noticed this, but in the pilot of the show, when Leonard sees Penny for the first time, he tells Sheldon that their babies are going to be smart and beautiful, and the writers had it in mind to give Leonard this full circle moment in the finale. Executive producer of the show, Steve Holland, revealed that they always liked the thought of honoring and going back to the fact that Leonard and Penny were the beginning of this show and their central relationship. He said that it just felt like a really nice closure to them, and he thinks that writing against it this season, it helped make it a surprise at the end. Number 2. Costumes from the pilot. The Big Bang Theory ended with Penny, Bernadette, Howard, Leonard, Sheldon, Amy, and Raj enjoying some takeout food in the apartment they hung out in for over a decade. The scene was of significance as it indicated that the gang would not be changing its eating habits anytime soon. But in addition to that, it also features some hidden callbacks to episode 1. In the last scene, Penny can be seen sporting the same t-shirt that she was wearing when she first appeared on screen in the pilot episode. Howard is also wearing the belt he wore in the first episode. Sheldon is also wearing the same Flash-themed t-shirt which he had in the pilot. Talking about the last scene, executive producer Steve Malaro said that this show brings so much happiness to people, and as a fan of it, he wanted to know that tomorrow morning they're still going to be hanging out together. So they kind of summed it up that this show can say goodbye, but the characters don't need to. Steve Holland said that the group's lives are continuing and going on. He said that they are still going to get up the next morning and go to work, and Leonard is still probably going to have to drive Sheldon, and they're probably going to play card games. He further added that for them, their lives are going to go on, but we just aren't going to see those stories anymore. Number 3. Runtime Easter egg. In the beginning of the finale, viewers saw Leonard and Sheldon gluing the DNA model back together, and while the two are busy working, Leonard says, "This might be the glue talking, but that was a very pleasurable 139.5 hours." To which Sheldon replies, "Agreed." You would be surprised to know that this was not a random number, but it was referring to the total number of episodes The Big Bang Theory had. Talking about the Easter egg, Steve Malaro said that they figured out that this is how many hours of Big Bang Theory they've created over the last 12 years. 279 total episodes, which is 139.5 hours. Number 4. Raj's self-love ending. Fans were shocked when they saw Raj taking the Buffy the Vampire Slayer star, actress Sarah Michelle Gellar, to Sheldon and Amy's Nobel Prize ceremony as his +1. Even though Sarah kept stressing that this was not a date, Raj was just happy to bring her along. As you know, Raj could not even talk in presence of any girl in the initial seasons, so the showrunners felt that it was important for him to still be single. Steve Holland said that to them it felt like a more satisfying end. When Anu was introduced as a potential partner for Raj in the show, fans thought that these two might be the endgame, but it didn't happen. Steve Holland talked about it and said that Raj and Anu's storyline was really nice and good for Raj and got him some growth, but it didn't feel right for us to have him go off and enter into this relationship. He said that not everyone has to end up married and that he still thinks there's hope for Koothrappali. Click on one of the 4 videos on your screen right now. We'll catch you guys in the next one.